What's going on, everybody? We are back for episode 3. We're playing a $33 30K guarantee. First hand of the final table, we had ace 5 offsuit, and we folded. Even though we're coming in short, we want to see more than one hand, even if it's two, it's more than one. So when we get ace 6 suited here, and it folds the button, we tell ourselves we're getting it in. Now we ran an ace king, and we got lucky. Dodged the club on the river, and we are live. A lot of the times, buttons range is 10 jack there, jack queen, 8 9. I showed this hand because I wanted to fold. Show everybody that you can fold small blind. You're not after every single pot. They tend to give you more respect later on. This is where we get our first knockout. We drop down to 7 players. Guaranteed 715 before this hand. This tournament at the top right I'm playing is a $11 10K. I like to throw a bullet or two in those. I mean, it's good value. First takes you around $2,000. If you invest $11, I mean, it's hard to beat that. I believe first takes $64.93 in this $33 tournament. See, deuce 5 there shows that, he thinks I have a better hand than I did last time. I folded. So we got that respect. Time to step on the gas. Definitely raising here in the cutoff, 7-handed. The reason I'm making a little bit more than 2x in these spots is to give big blind a better chance to fold. You can put him on a little bit tighter range when they defend. Instead of any 2 cards, when you double it, they could literally be coming along with 7 deuce. Early in position, though, I like to just double it because you have so many people behind you. And with 9s, I want big blind to come along with 7 deuce. When he jams here, I go into the tank and think about it because he could definitely have 10s or better, but he could also have ace king, ace queen, or even pocket 8s or pocket 7s in some situations. So I gamble, and it is a flip. Very good flop, very drawy turn card, and we rivered quads. Lucky, lucky. Down to 6. Now I do have this gameplay sped up a little bit just so you all can see more hands for less time. And you can listen to my voice a little less longer. It's a win-win. I believe he had king queen there. But we are down to 5, dropping fast. See, jack king, usually if it's offsuit, I'm either folding or I'm 3-betting, but since it's suited, I'm on the button, I'm okay with seeing a flop. Post-flop poker is where my advantage is. When it checks to me here, I mean, I can represent the 10. I could easily have a hand like 10 jack or 10 queen, and with them both checking, it made me think that they didn't have 5s or better, so a bet should get through, and it did. I also think that if I 3-bet that hand pre-flop, I would have won pre-flop, so 3-betting's not bad there. Folds my big blind here, and when he checks 2 times in a row, I think that a deuce or 3 would be ahead, so I go ahead and represent it. And it gets through. And before you know it, we are in 2nd place. Very next hand, deuce 6 offsuit. Nothing crazy. Y'all thought I was getting sticky. Queen 3 suited, definitely getting sticky here. If you've seen my first 2 episodes, you know that I do love a queen 3 suited. Shout out to my boy Bray. With Renison, he's been pretty tight in this final table. I go ahead and just give him credit for the king here. I don't think he's doing that with ace jack or even a club draw. I think he's got to have the king, so give him credit for it. Don't want to get sticky with him. keep my chips. When he limps here, I put him on a hand like 8-9, 7-8, maybe even 9-10. I think 10 Jack raises more times than not. Any pocket pair usually raises. So when he calls a flop, I was pretty confident he had an 8. So I figured it would have been hard for him to call the turn with the third spade and another overcard. But he does call, puts me in a weird spot. On the river, I have no choice. I can't just check it over. He would have bet a king, so in my opinion, he has an 8. He would have bet a king, he would have bet a flush at some point. I think that 9's hand over there, if y'all were curious, he checked an ace all the way down, and I think I checked the river as well. Ace queen here, definitely raising on the button. Take the blinds down. Register our next hand with 6s. 5-handed, I play a lot more hands, but ace queen and 6s is raise 9-handed. Obviously, pretty good flop for 6s. Either has a queen or he doesn't. Small blind defends. It's usually like 10 Jack or King 10 or even like a suited ace sometimes. I bet small enough to where he could defend with ace 5 suited here if he had it, or ace 3 suited. Maybe an ace 4, ace 2 sees a turn card. Definitely not calling that 4 deuce. Definitely don't want to defend or gamble here with queen high. He's not doing that with queen 10, so most likely dominated. He could have had 9s or 8s, but I'm not a good spot. I could pick a better spot to gamble. Like I said, my advantage, in my opinion, is post-flop poker. So you got to get to the flop to play post-flop poker. I could have definitely raised with 6-9 offsuit here on the button, but again, I like folding sometimes to show him that I'm not playing every hand. It's easier to navigate later on. But as you see, it was a great fold because small blind had king 5. He turned the boat, and the other guy had ace 3, river to 3 high flush. So I ended up getting third place there. Here we get, oh, I thought we got an elimination there, but no, we didn't. King high, good heads up, usually. When he comes over top, he's been tight. I know he's not doing that with king 8, so give him credit. Show him the king. I don't know, I wasn't bullshitting. We get an elimination here. Big blind wakes up with 10s. And they hold down to 4-handed. And I'm slightly in second. I like my spot here. Pay jumps are sexy. I think this is the first hand of 4-handed. Pretty good feeling. I did get a lot of cards. Made it easy for me to raise. Made it easy for me to defend. Definitely not folding for 4.5 bigs here. He does get lucky on flop C8, and it holds, unfortunately. But just a small bite out of our stack. 2.8 million. Let's see, yes, third and fourth place are both super short, so we're just trying to let them take each other out, but can't fold 8s in this spot. Luckily, they do hold even with them picking up the flush draw. So we're down to 3, and I'm barely behind first place, and we get aces right away. This is the last hand of part 1. Part 2 is going to be every hand after this. I don't skip through any hand, so you see all the way 3-handed to the finish. When he raised here, he's been so tight, I thought he was super strong, so I went ahead and bumped it up. I guess he could have had jacks, but I think jacks jams pre-flop. Maybe queen jack suited or ace queen. It's hard to put on ace queen when I have 2 aces, but when he calls a flop, I think he hits the king or queen. I don't think pocket jacks calls that flop. So I thought he had the king jack, or ace queen, or something like that. So I jammed thinking I'm getting called, and he makes a